Excel Tutorial 8, pages 491 through 496. All right, we're going to be working with lookup functions. You know that you've done VLOOKUP once before, and so this time we're going to be doing a little bit more complicated VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. So I need you to start on page 489 because you know VLOOKUPs are no joke. You know that they can be a little bit complicated, and we're going to be adding in another aspect on these to make it even, a little bit longer, so a little bit more complicated. So read all of 489, 490, and 491 about using our lookup functions, okay? And then when you get all of that done, we're going to start on the bottom of page 491 to find an exact match in the medical rates table using the VLOOKUP function. All right, in cell R1, we are going to enter medical plan cost and then press our enter key. I could spell it right. Make sure R2 is your active cell, and then we're going to click the Insert Function button right there, and then flip over to page 492. Click the Or Select Category arrow, or select a category right there, and we are going to choose Lookup and References right there, and then double-click VLOOKUP. Okay, so scroll down. As you can see, there's your HLOOKUP. These are in alphabetical order. So head on way down. Very last one is VLOOKUP. Double-click it. That's going to open your VLOOKUP function arguments dialog box with your insertion point blinking in your lookup value box. Okay? All right, we are going to move this. They want it below row 2 so that you can see the column headers. So just move it down so that you can see all of your column headers. Step number 5. In the VLOOKUP value box, enter J2 and press your tab key. All right, so we're looking up J2. So take a look at J, see what it is. That's your medical plan. And press your tab key. The lookup value is the employee's medical plan code, which is located in column J. Step number 6. In the table array box, type medical rates and press your tab key. Checking it real quick. As soon as you type it in correctly, you're going to see values pop up over here. If you have a misspelling, that won't happen. So go ahead and check your spelling. And when you have it correct, press your tab key. Medical rates is the defined name assigned to the range A5 through B11 in the lookup tables worksheet. If the medical rates data was entered as a range rather than a defined name, the table array argument would be entered as, quote, lookup table, single quote, exclamation point, A5 to B11. And you would need to change the range to absolute references so the formula would copy correctly to other cells. Step number 7 is all highlighted in yellow, so make sure that you read the yellow box on the left-hand side and that you're very careful as you do that because their yellow is always a huge warning. All right, in the column index number box, type 2 and press your tab key. The number 2 indicates the monthly cost is stored in the second column of the medical rates lookup table. Step number 8, in the range lookup box, type false. This sets the function to find an exact match in the lookup table. Okay, stop now. Take a look at your VLOOKUP functions arguments box and compare it to figure 8-23 and make sure that they match exactly, including what's over here on this right hand side. So first you're going to check all of this, then you're going to check all of this. Okay? We're also going to take a quick look at our range lookup and our formula results and ensure that they are correct. And when everything matches just like it does in figure 8-23, go ahead and click OK. All right, step number 9 was click the OK button. The dialog box closes and 950, I can't see mine here. There we go. 950 appears in cell R2, and the formula equals VLOOKUP, open paren J2, medical rates, comma, 2, comma, false, close paren, appears in the formula bar. The remaining rows in the medical plan cost column are filled with the VLOOKUP function. If the value in column J does not match a value in the first column of the medical rates table, an exact match does not exist, and the function returns the NA error in the cell. There's one right there. All right. Select the medical plan cost values and then format the range using the accounting format and no decimal places. Accounting, no decimal, and then I'm going to readjust my size just to make sure. All right, and then deselect. Okay, have all that done? Let's go ahead and click Save, and then move on to 493. All right, read, this is one little paragraph you need to read about why you're going to make these changes. To modify the formula in the medical plan cost column, step number 1, double-click cell R2. And there's R2 right there, double-click it. So you enter edit mode and display the formula in the cell. Click at the end of the formula and type times 12 to multiply the monthly amount by 12 and then press your enter key. If necessary, increase the width of column R to display all the values in the medical plan cost column. All right, so we went from the monthly cost and we changed it to a yearly cost. Now, on page 493, read about using the VLOOKUP function to find an approximate match, why you would do it, and when it's appropriate. Then turn to page 494 and continue reading all about it. And then top of page 495 about setting up an approximate match lookup table. Okay? All right, when you have all of that read, we're going to move to the bottom of page 495 to insert the approximate match VLOOKUP formula. In cell S1, enter service award payout. And press your enter key. Insert function. And we want a VLOOKUP. Okay, go ahead and flip to page 496. In the lookup value box, we're going to type in open square bracket, years service, close square bracket, and press our enter key. Okay, so in our lookup value, open square bracket, years space service, close square bracket, a quick check to make sure that I entered it correctly, and I see a value appears, press my tab key. The lookup value is entered using the column header, structured reference for the employee's years of service, which is located in column M. You can also enter the lookup value as M2. The number 6.6, and remember ours is not, it's not rounded, you're going to get the whole thing, so that's okay, appears as a lookup value for the current row. Step number 5, in the table array box, type awards and then press your tab key. Always check your spelling before you press that tab key. Awards is the defined name assigned to the range D5 through E9 in the lookup tables worksheet. If the awards data was entered as a range reference, the table array argument would be entered and read it. You can read it right there how you would enter it, and you would need to change the range to absolute references so that the formula would copy correctly to other cells. Step number 6, in the column index number box, type 2. The number 2 indicates the column where the amount of the award is stored, the second column of the awards table. See figure 8-27. You do not need to enter the optional fourth argument in the VLOOKUP formula because Excel assumes the value to be true and will use an approximate match table lookup. Okay, so go ahead right now and stop and look at figure 8-27 and take a quick peek and just make sure that yours matches, and you can see that right there. And the formula results right there. And when you have it all correct, go ahead and step number 7 says click OK. All the cells in the service award payout calculated column are filled with the VLOOKUP formula and display the award amounts. The employee in row 2 has 6.6 years of service and will receive a service award of $250. This is a good illustration of the approximate match lookup because 6.6 does not equal a value in the first column of the lookup table. Instead, it falls between two values in the table. Step number 8. Make sure that the values in the service award payout column are formatted with the accounting format and no decimal places. So we do have our accounting format already on here, but I've got a couple of decimal places, don't I? Why don't you like me right now? Let's try that again. Okay, so accounting format, knock it down to decimal places, and go ahead and deselect and press your save icon because you're finished with this video and you're ready to go on to the next one.